Here I am ordering some more throwbacks. I mean, it is Flashback Friday, so I gotta put on for 2004. And no, do not expect this next Friday, because I've been told that all my NFL throwbacks were racist. Welcome to Open Mic. We like to start the show with a few stories or a hot take on a story you're not likely to see anywhere else. I'm from gorgeous Prince George's, and now I spill the tea in DC, so you know these jokes come from a place of love. Let's start things off in DC, where the National Book Festival will be returning fully in person for the first time in 2 years, and will also feature some big name guests, including Nick Offerman, Janelle Monáe, and Leslie Jordan. By the way, did I mention that it's free? Yeah, I might have buried the lead on that one. That's my bad. The festival will feature over 120 authors, celebrities, poets, and audiobook performers. So even if you're not following Leslie Jordan on Instagram, you'll have plenty of reasons to check this out, but you really should be following Leslie Jordan on Instagram. That little dude is hilarious. The festival is this Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Walter Washington Convention Center. And by the way, I did mention it's free, right? Okay, one more time. Again, it's free. If you're looking for a cost-effective first date option, this happens to be it, because cuffing season approaches. Let's head to FedEx Field for this next story. The Washington Commanders have added 10 players to their 90 greatest list to commemorate 90 years as a franchise. The players added to the list: Ryan Kerrigan, Trent Williams, Santana Moss, Chris Cooley, Darryl Grant, London Fletcher, D'Angelo Hall, Champ Bailey, Larry Peccatello, and Stephen Davis. And you know what? Good for Stephen Davis, because too many people only remember seeing him get whooped by Michael Westbrook and forget he was really, really good. Stephen's in the top 90. Westbrook is somewhere in a MMA gym grappling with his feelings. Karma balanced itself out. Also, congratulations to Trent Williams for being the only player on this list who is still active. Of course, he still claims the doctors didn't have his back, but the voters did, and the fans most certainly did. Welcome to the 90 greatest. Now, all the names on here are great. It's hard to argue with this list, but not impossible, because I guarantee you somebody right now is in a barbershop trying to make a case for RG3 or Kirk Cousins. It wouldn't be sports without hot takes and people raising their voices. Trust me, I know. Now, I chose this next story because it affects cookout season for the entire viewing audience. This summer's high crab prices might be due to blue catfish, an invasive species called the river monster of the Potomac.
It's a species that becomes really abundant really quickly.
Here's biologist Joe Love with Maryland's Department of Natural Resources.
And in some areas, it is by far the most abundant predatory fish.
Now, in the Potomac River, the blue cats have become the river monsters of the Washington, D.C. region. The current Maryland record is 84 pounds caught near Fort Washington in Prince George's County. In Virginia, it's 143 pounds. And here is the issue. The invasive blue cats do not get that big without eating a lot.
Why is it always like the river monsters and the rats that become really abundant really quickly? Meanwhile, you have really good, intelligent, fantastic people struggling to procreate. Life is not fair. Blue catfish look like they should be fighting Godzilla. All this time I was worried about freeloaders eating up all the crabs at the cookout. I should have been worried about kaiju, which, by the way, is Japanese for giant monster, for those who don't watch anime or the Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi with an S. The good news is this is a solvable problem. The area just needs to eat more catfish. Let's show these big mouth menaces who's boss. We got grilled catfish, we got blackened catfish, we got catfish nuggets. The possibilities are endless. Pescatarians, y'all need to step up to the plate for the rest of us. The fate of crab season is in your hands. Now let's head to Gallery Place for this next story, where bar rescue host John Taffer opened a brand new restaurant named Taffer's Tavern. Now, I've watched enough bar rescue to know that this place better be on point, or the boss is going to come in yelling. It is a bold move for a man who berates restaurant owners for a living to open one of his own. If Taffer's Tavern fails, everyone he calls on his show can point to it on national TV and say, hey, this you? It would be like the Trump University of the culinary world. By the way, a recent review in the Washingtonian made the place sound pretty unspectacular, or mid, as the kids would say. You know, I was a kid once upon a time when throwback jerseys were on. I'll wait to hear what actual customers think before I pass judgment on whether to try them out or hit Clyde's after a Wizards game. I will, however, share a foolproof strategy with John Taffer that will have business booming. Catfish nuggets. There you have it. There you have it. Don't say I never gave you nothing, John Taffer. And it's a callback, people. Congratulations on the opening and good luck, Taffer's Tavern. My favorite story, the Washington Commanders addition to their 90 greatest players list. I call this team out all the time for what they do wrong, so it's only fair I give them credit for getting this right. That is called integrity, like growing up in gorgeous Prince George's and 4 decades later, rocking the jersey on TV.